So I did a thing. We bought a vending machine. This is a Dixie Narco. I think it's like a 1975-ish machine. It's called a DN 180/105-5. I think that means that it holds 180 cans or 105 bottles, and it has 5 options. As far as things that I know for sure have to be fixed, right now it has a missing lock. Somebody adapted it to a push button to get drinks out. The change machine does work, but it only works with dimes. So I want to figure that out, and most importantly, it's not getting cool. So we went ahead and filled it up, because that's what you do with something before you get it figured out. It seems to be the fans are both running for the condenser and the evaporator. It sounds like the compressor itself isn't kicking on. What I do know about it is it's an R12 system, which means it's completely out of date. I don't know if that's going to be a, completely change out the system, or if we can drag this system out, find somebody that can adapt it. I just don't know. We'll have to get into it and find out. All right, so we have looked it over really good. It needs to be cleaned really bad. All 5 vending points vend, but they only cycle a half a cycle for 30 cents. So maybe somebody can help me out with that. So we'll get this thing closed. All right. Machine's closed up. Eli, get you a drink. What you gonna get?
Probably that.
Minute Maid?
Yep.
Minute Maid lemonade? So he put in 30 cents. The use correct change light goes off. He pushes the button. The use correct change light comes back on. And then give it a little bump. Got it. And pushes it again. Uh-oh. Did it not fall all the way?
Did you break it?
I don't think so. Let's see what happened.
Do we want to put the lemonade in there?
No, we put it in there. Might just be hung up. Oh yeah, she just hung up somewhere. Probably because that whole slide's nasty and dirty. So we'll get that cleaned up. And try it one more time.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the Coke. No, I'm gonna get the Sprite this time, or the Dr. Pepper.
Test out that Coca-Cola.
Wait.
Oh, did we test the
Yeah.
Coke? Oh yeah, we already tested the Coke. Yeah, I guess it's Dr. Pepper time.
Yep.
All right, so put in 30 cents. The light goes out, you push the button, light comes back on. Put in 30 more cents. And push the button, and presto. It's pretty cool. I think this thing's from, I don't know for sure. I'm guessing 1975. That would be my guess.
That's cool.
That's what I kind of saw when I was looking into it some. So we're gonna clean it up. I got a couple calls out to some vending machine mechanic people, and the oldest appliance repair place in town. So hopefully somebody can give us a little assistance on
Feel how cold it is.
hopefully somebody can give us some assistance on what we need to do for the R12 system. I mean, there is a possibility that just the cooler or the thermal heater link, one of those two. So it has a thermostat right here. It's possible that's gone bad. And then on the other side of the system, it has a thermal heater, and that thermal heater, what it does is sense when the compressor is hot. So it's possible that that's bad. If that's bad, it's telling it it's hot, so it won't let it kick on. So either one of those two. And then the last thing is we plugged it in to the wall outlet in the garage, which I plugged grinders in and all kinds of things, no problems. Plug this in. Actually, this other Pepsi machine is plugged in. I feel like it's basically the same thing. It runs just fine. Unplugged that, plugged this in, and it popped a GFI. Now granted, this is a much older machine, it probably draws more, so you can go ahead and close it.
Hey, can we show them what the quarter does?
Show them what the quarter does? Yeah, you can close it up, latch it. So anyway, it may just simply be that it needs a little bit more for it to kick off. So we'll have to figure out a plug situation, get it figured out to have enough power. So whenever you put a quarter in, let's see what happens. Well, that one didn't fall. That one worked. Try another one.
The quarter's not.
Ugh. All right, so that one fell through to the change.
Yep.
I wonder, what if it's the age of the quarter? That would be interesting.
Yeah.
These are all new quarters, so let's see what it does. Check, see if it doesn't change. Should be two of them. Was there two? Yeah. Here's a quick time lapse of how we scrubbed this thing down. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, just a quick splash. And yeah, that's how we got her cleaned up. This is after we cleaned it all up. Nice, smooth, clean, all sides. All the dirt and grime wiped out of here. It was a very long process. Here's what the bottom of the machine looks like now. I'll show you before and after. And basically we just use steel wool and hot water for pretty much all of it. I use some Simple Green and some, what's the other one called? Purple Power. Same crap, different color, at least in my experience. But I finally have gotten all the bugs out of all the nooks and crannies, wiped everything down to the best of my ability. There is some rust coming through. Everything's pretty much clean and orderly. If you look here, see the cardboard sticking out? Those are Minute Maid and root beer because, well, they didn't. There wasn't a bunch of extra deals. The sold out lights actually all work, except for maybe Dr. Pepper. Not sure why. Yeah, before I went and tried to buy a Dr. Pepper, I just looked back here, and I guess when I was cleaning, I popped this free. So if we can get this to set in here, maybe squeeze this metal down tight on it. Now everything should be sold out. There we go. Okay, well, other than Dr. Pepper, the sold out lights all work. The use correct change, I don't know exactly what that means, but basically it means you have to put it in an exact amount, 60 cents. If you look in here, we got 3 cans of A&W root beer. Everything else is empty, so it should all show that it's empty. After reading the adjustment cam, when you have the 4 cams, I think that is when you have bottles, maybe. I don't know why it's on the can side. And then when you have the cans or the bottles, you just have 2 notches. That, or it's because it's supposed to be double stacked and I didn't have them double stacked anyway. Whatever the reason may be, I adjusted the cams where it has just 2 openings, and now it functions properly. Alright, so when it comes to getting a drink out of the vending machine, it only takes 10-cent pieces right now. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, 5, and 6. And that did not work. There it is, in 6. Press your root beer button. Presto, root beer. Okay, so we just got 1. Grab the change back out. Root beer is still sellable, so we're gonna go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Press root beer button. Now it's sold out. There's actually 1 left in there, but that's how the system works. It just has a flapper that catches. So here's the real problem. So this is the stock capacitor for this really old deal. This is, I don't even know, ground or something. And then I think this is what they called the thermal connection. If this gets hot, it loses connection. Then it, anyway, this is called the 3-in-1. It replaces all 3 of those pieces in one. And you just plug it in line. It has a capacitor in there to kickstart the compressor. And that's all I knew about that. Read up on it. More than a couple people claimed that was going to be the fix. And so I don't know where we'll put y'all exactly. Maybe right here. What's that look like for y'all? You can see everything. Good, great, grand. All right, now What you're gonna listen for is a little click in this piece, and that's where it grounds out because this thing's locked up. That or it'll blow the fuse. Did you see it? So the fan comes on, compressor doesn't, and it'll cycle a couple times trying to start it, but no go. So that's where we're at. We need a new cooling deck. Those range from $450, which they don't actually sell it for that. They only sell one with a new compressor, which is $600 and something plus shipping and tax. It's $700 bill. It does have a $100 core charge, which I don't even know if I can get because it won't be the exact same setup. And then the mech machine, the change machine, is $180, somewhere in that ballpark, refurbished on eBay, which I think we can probably contact the person and make sure that's going to work right. I think that it will, so that'd be cool. And then the lock's like maybe 10 bucks, no big deal there. But yeah, just it'd be really cool to have a completely functioning machine. As it sits right now, we're talking $600 for the cooling deck, $200 for the coin mech, the change machine, and maybe $10 or something for the lock. So we're sitting somewhere in the ballpark of $1,000 grand total for a coat machine. That's not gonna make me any money. This is just to have fixed. So yeah, we're pondering it right now. I am looking to see if I can get in contact with anybody that works on appliances like refrigerators. Basically, it's the exact same concept. If I can just find a refrigerator guy that can get the compressor, I think that they could reuse the rest of the system. Could save a couple $100. But it's looking like we're gonna have to do a complete refurbished deck, replace the whole thing, swap it out. So that's where we're at right now. Thank y'all for watching. If y'all have any ideas on the compressor / cooling system on an older soda machine, let me know. We're pretty excited about this one. Unfortunately, she doesn't cool yet. So anyway, thank y'all for watching. If y'all have any tips, tricks, and especially if you happen to be somebody that works on these things, please contact me. Thanks. Bye.